Hello, Northlight family. I'm coming for you on this snowy October day from my home office, and I wanted to pass on to you some information about something that's happening pretty soon. You've heard maybe this talked about a couple of times over the last little while, but just going to do something quickly with my camera here. So we're going to be doing something called Simon's Book Club, and it's been called this, even though I'm incredibly uncomfortable with the idea. But there's certain people who won't let it go, and it has to be called this apparently. So we're going to be looking through a book together, reading a book, and if you've been around church for the last couple of weeks, you'll have heard a little bit about this so far. The book that we're going to be looking through is this book called Discipleship on the Edge. It's a book by Darrell Johnson, and as you can see from the title, that's an expository journey through the book of Revelation. Now, many people, maybe you, maybe not you, but when you hear about Revelation, you might immediately jump to the themes of eschatology, end times, things like that. And I want to say that once you've actually explored this book, read this book, and kind of thought about some of the things that Darrell Johnson brings up, I think you'll look at Revelation in a completely different light. I feel like it's my understanding now has shifted to the book is actually an encouragement to believers facing the kind of times we're facing right now. It's actually a very hopeful and encouraging part of the Bible. And I think sometimes we miss that because we've looked at Revelation through the lens of one particular topic. So I feel like it's going to be actually really encouraging. It's encouraged me. I've been reading it over the last, probably a couple of years or so. I've read it a couple of times. And every time I read it, I come away with fresh things that help me connect with Revelation in a way that really encourages me and brings me hope. I feel that's exactly what we need right now. So I'm inviting you to join me and to come along the journey with me on this. There's a few things that I think are going to happen in our times together. We're going to understand Revelation in a deeper way. I think we're going to understand some of the symbolism, some of the kind of perspectives that this vision that John has is going to help us understand ourselves and our world and how Jesus is interacting with us in that. It's going to help us understand that actually a lot of Revelation is about a message of hope and encouragement. That a lot of things we're seeing in Revelation are actually designed to give great comfort and hope and encouragement to the people who are reading it. It's also going to help us because it was written primarily for people who are living for Jesus in a time when the world around them was kind of hostile towards them as believers. And we maybe not be quite in the same exact situation, but the Western world and church and many other people in the rest of the globe certainly face this. And perhaps some people might say we're going more towards that than away from it. But if we do, then I think this is going to be a great tool to prepare you for what could be ahead. Lastly, I hope that as we share our own experiences and thoughts on what we read, that we'll be encouraging each other to take steps in our faith walk with Jesus. So when's this all going to happen? It's going to happen on Wednesday evenings. It's going to be every couple of weeks, give or take ones that can't work. But we'll read a couple of chapters, come together, and then we'll discuss them and ask some questions about them, share our thoughts on them. It's going to be on Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock. And if you know anything about our church, we're calling it in the side meeting room, which is where the nursery used to be, where the kids' church stuff used to be. You go through the door at the back under the stairs and find your way in there, and that's where we'll be meeting. So our first meeting's on the 20th of October. A couple of things that, if you want to be part of this, a couple of things you'll need is you'll need your own copy of the book. So if I just kind of scroll back up to that, happy Thanksgiving. So this is the book. There are a couple of versions with different covers on. You can get this through online book retailers. The most famous one that you probably know of does have it. If you have a Kindle reader or a Kobo reader or an iPad that's got Kindle on it, you can get this on an ebook, which is very easy to do. And there might be some other ways to get it, but that's the main way to get it, is either order it online through Amazon or get it through Kindle or Kobo, something like that. The church is ordering a few copies of this. We're not sure when they're going to arrive. They may not arrive in time for the start of our time together, but we're hoping they will. So if you have a problem for some reason, then we can maybe lend you a copy as we go through. So that's it. If you're members of our community at Northlight, this is all going to be in person. We don't have an online version or a way of doing this online yet, but just want to warmly invite you to that, and hope that you'll take this journey with us. Be encouraged. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. This is recorded on the Friday of Thanksgiving weekend. Just pray you have a great time with family wherever you're at, and looking forward to seeing you at church as well. So, yes, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.